Hey, Coach Bradley. The front view for Nate taken last night or Thursday night at Vienna Greens. Pretty much the same club, like a short iron on number 9, although it's a different swing than the rear view. Setup wise, I really like how he has his wrists. He looks aligned. The only thing I might correct is I think we talked about this in the other video. A little bit, maybe too much flex in the knees, maybe a little bit less of that. A little bit less shoulder tilt, I think, would be beneficial for the shorter iron. I like that shoulder tilt for drivers, but not so much for for shorter irons. It could probably be a little bit less. I got a head or a box around his head to show you if there is head movement on his swing. That yellow line in front of his hips to detect any hip slide, because I know my kids do that. Takeaway looks really good here. His head's fair, comes back a little bit from where we started. Not too bad though, except when you get to the top of the swing. Now he's up out of it, and if you look at his hips, they sort of slide back. If you watch his knees, the way his knees slide this way and his hips slide, it's like they're sliding that way instead of trying to turn. So you may want to work with him and trying to get like a hip turn coming back versus that slide. All right. You see his head out of the box right now at the top of the swing. We already noted that the club head was maybe a little too flat at this point. We would rather see that club head be a little bit more on that angle. And of course, at the absolute top, he goes over the swing plane a little bit. All right. So you notice his knees and his hips, they're sort of slid a little bit back and not really turned. All right. Coming down in his swing, he rotates that shoulders and he's sliding those hips. Now the hips start to turn, but you can tell his club angle again is coming outside. The other thing I wanted you to note is watch his wrists here. Watch his wrists as they come down right there. They are already released there. They don't have, I would expect when you're hitting the ball, he hits it and they're almost released there. I would expect that shaft would be more, well, maybe not lean quite that much, but more like that. So I think he's releasing those wrists a little too quick too. All right, so that's a couple other things to work on. Look at his head above the box now from back where we started. Let's go back to where we start. Now we go to that swing. His head's above, above, above. Now it's coming back down. Now it's sort of a little bit forward. And now it's above again as he tries to come across this body. He does have that hip turn, finally. And then you see him roll those wrists over at that point. And now the hips are fully turned. But so those some things you may want to look at. Give me a call if you want me to try to redo this, or if you got other questions. Thanks. Or you can text me. I'll email these links to you.